Alright guys, so we're going to do something a little different for this video. We're going to listen to Taylor Swift and critique. Because it's not that I'm triggered or anything like that before anybody starts, but Taylor Swift has put out this new song called The Man. And it's the biggest load of cobwash I've ever heard. We're going to go through, we're going to play this video, we're going to listen to what she has to say, and then we're going to critique it. Because someone besides Ben Shapiro needs to talk about this. So guys, let's jump into it. Let's listen to this video. Let's listen to how great it is to be a man and how much easier Taylor Swift's life would be if she had genitals, male genitals.
I would be complex, I would be cool. They'd say I played the field before I found someone to commit to. And that would be okay for me to do. Every conquest I had made would make me more of a boss to you.
Okay, that in itself, oh boy. Let me ask you a question. Whose fault is it that girls will want to sleep with jackasses? Is it the guy's fault? Is it the girl's fault? Or is it both? There's a girl I used to work with, right? She used to always go on about how she couldn't find a decent guy. The last 5 men that she dated were all gym junkies. Literally had photos of guys in, like, gym as their DPs. All muscle-bound jocks. It was funny because I tried, and several other guys tried to date her who weren't muscle-bound jocks, and we got nowhere. Where did we go? Nowhere! But these muscle-bound jocks, these guys that had these gym selfies as their DPs or their display photos on Facebook. Oh, they got to tap that ass all night long. But the honest, decent guys who weren't the muscle-bound jocks got nowhere. Whose fault is it for the girl to keep picking? How many times does the girl have to constantly pick the dicks before you sit there and think, maybe there's a problem? Maybe the problem is the guys she's dating, the guys that she's attracted to might be assholes. And at the end of the day, if that's the guy that you're constantly swiping right on Tinder, maybe you need to look at your reflections of your choices. This, for example, right? Going on about this here. You know, like, if I was a guy, I could play the field. No, they're still dicks. And instead of saying the guys that do this are idiots, her response is, men are idiots for doing this, so we should be able to do it as well. Or maybe they're just idiots for doing it. Maybe you don't want to lower yourself to their standards. I don't know. It says a lot about society when a woman puts out a song saying, God, I wish I could sleep around and get away with it. But, you know, hey, what do I know? I'm just a white male.
I'd be a fearless leader. I'd be an alpha type. When everyone believes ya. What's that like?
Oh my God, when everybody believes you, what's that like? Are you shitting me right now? Brett Kavanaugh, who went for a Supreme Court justice, was literally dragged through the mud for baseless accusations because they hashtag Me Too'd him and the women were automatically... We literally have CNN and mainstream media and all those lovely people sitting there saying, hashtag believe women. Forget due process. Forget going through and proving what might or might not have happened. We've had men who have been dragged through the mud because the women were automatically believed. There was a girl over in England who had been charged finally, but she had lied about 6 of her past men attempting to assault her. And they realised that they were lies. One of them had served jail time. He's now, I believe, taking her to court for civil damages. But at the end of the day, they just hashtag believed her. Believe women. How many times do you just see this come up with the Me Too movement? Just hashtag believe women. We don't need proof. We just need to believe them. And here Taylor Swift is telling you that this doesn't happen. What fantasy world do you live in where you don't see this happening? What fantasy world do you live in where you don't see people like Brett Kavanaugh dragged through the mud for baseless accusations? Oh, I was at a party and blah, 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 blah. Okay, where was the party? Oh, I can't remember the address. Okay, do you remember the date? Oh, no, I don't remember the date. Okay, can anybody else vouch for this happening? Yeah, my friends blah and blah were there. Okay, fine, we'll go and ask them. Okay, so Mrs. Ford has told us that you were at a party and you saw this happening. No, I didn't say this. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry to have some misunderstandings here. We'll go and ask the other witness. So Christina Ford said that you were at a party and that you witnessed her being sexually assaulted. No, I didn't. No, I didn't see that. Did you see Brett Kavanaugh at the party? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think he was there. Oh, okay. We like... It's funny. It seems to be if you're on the left, you just get believed. But if you're on the right, or if you're conservative, or you're not pushing a woke agenda, God damn, you're going to have to fight for that. So, Taylor, please tell me, when you're sitting in your power or privilege or whatever it may be, tell me, how is it that women are just not automatically believed? How is it when the police come out to someone's house for a domestic violence order or a DVO, that the women are not automatically just believed? This is literally written in the DVO book, that women are automatically to believed. But please tell me how this doesn't happen, please. I'm confused.
So sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man.
To be honest, yes you would, because men have more muscle tone than women. Just saying. Yes, when it comes to a race, you would get there faster if you were a man, but also you would have to be competing against other men who also have the same muscle tone or more muscle tone. So you would probably get there faster, sure, but your overall position wouldn't change. It probably would actually be worse for you, but regardless.
I'm so sick of them coming at me again, 'cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man, I'd be the man.
So in this last clip, we've seen a guy smoking on a train. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in America. Dropping his ash into a girl's handbag and just throwing his paper all over the other passengers, female passengers. When has this ever happened at all? When was this ever happened and the guy's got away with it? If you're smoking on a train, for a start, you're going to get told off. Just in itself. Dropping ash on another person is actually technically assault, I believe. And the paper, the conductor will probably come up, slap you inside the head, and tell you to knock it off. But please tell me, Taylor Swift, how men get to act like this, right? You know, sure.
I'd be the man. I'd be the man.
And any man that goes and pees on the 18th Street? What is it? 13th Street wall would automatically be arrested, male or female. We're just getting into the realm of stupidity here. We really, really are.
I'd be the man.
I'll turn it down, guys.
I'd be the man. I'd be the man.
Oh, and by the way, also, if your pee comes out with sparkles and blue, you probably should go to a doctor. Just saying.
They say I hustled, put in the work. They wouldn't shake their heads and question how much of this I deserve.
We have a girl whose net worth is $200 million lecturing us on how men don't deserve the wage, the pay. That if she was a man, she would have just been given all this money. Where's my money tree? Where's my yacht? Where's my bikini broad sitting on the beach or on the foredeck of the ship? Where's my man card that allows this to happen? Why don't I get this? Where's my man card? Hey? Where's my boat? Where's my broads? Where's my models? If this is the representation you're going for, when does this ever happen to everyday schmoes? You know the men that actually are achieving this? Like Jordan Belfort and all those sort of guys, at his height anyway. They're the ones that worked 40 or 50 or 60 or 80 hours a week to get there. They've put in the hard yards to do that. And in fact, there's actually been a study done, and I'll try and find it very quickly here. Men actually put in more hours at work. Put in more hours at work. There we go. First cab off the rank. We don't even have to search for it. The very first thing that come up. Forbes article. Mind you, Forbes. Business Forbes is saying this. So it's not like it's some right-wing watch, right? Left-leaning Business Forbes. Men work longer hours than women. I wonder why that man got that position. I wonder why that man got that job. I wonder why that man got that yacht. Maybe it's because he puts in longer hours than women. Don't know about you, but what do you guys think? Possibility? Former secretary had made an effort to appeal for working women. Senator raised the campaign. One issue she continues to bring up is equal pay and how she thinks of blah, blah, blah. The last time I checked, we want equal for women. According to a 2015 American Time Use survey by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, among full-time employees, men worked 8.2 hours compared to women working 7.8. Literally, men are working 0.5 more hours on average than women. And I can tell you that now happens at my work as well. Whenever there's overtime, whenever there's a job to stay back and to get the work done, I can count on the men to stay back more than the women. The women will have to want to go home. They want to look after their kids. They want to put their kids to bed, whatever it may be. Family life. Love it, right? Not knocking it. The men are the ones that stay back. Now, sure, there's some men that want to go home. There's some men that aren't interested in staying back. And obviously, at the end of the day, my workforce is predominantly men over women. Well, it used to be anyway. Not so much anymore. It's funny because it's all gone to the shitter since. But anyway. But what I was going to say was, but yeah. We had about 5 women and about 5 men. So it was actually pretty 50-50, actually, to be honest. The men would stay back guaranteed. I could at least get 3 of those 5 guys to stay back and help for the extra money. Women? No chance in hell. So, you tell me, Miss Swift. Hey? How did that guy get that boat? How did that guy get that yacht? Do you think at the end of the day that maybe men work more? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let's keep going.
If I was rude, could I be separated from my good ideas and power moves? And they would toast to me, let the players play. I'd be just like Leo in Saint-Tropez.
The women are there because the guy has money. I don't know how exactly this is supposedly making out that men are bad. Because at the end of the day, the women are only there because he has cash. That says more about you than it does about the guys who, by the way, have worked longer hours to get where they want. But, you know, hey.
Sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. Cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man.
Really?
I'd be the man.
Really? If I go into my bathroom right now, am I going to have that? Do I have a wall of women that just hands sticking out that can just high-five me at every opportunity that I get? Where's my wall of women with hands sticking through? Why don't I have this? This is supposed to be representation of men, right? Where's my wall of high-five and praise? This is such a freaking joke. This whole clip is a big freaking... It's nothing more than pandering. I don't buy it for a single bit that Taylor is claiming that, you know, she was not allowed to go for the woke action. No. I think that Taylor Swift has been told to do this. I think Taylor Swift has seen all these other people speaking about LGBT rights and, you know, all this sort of stuff, and she wants to jump on that money bandwagon. You know, the one that's worth $200 million, that's sitting there wondering if she could get $200 million if she was a man. The honest response is no, you probably couldn't. Because there are men that have just as much talent than you that are battling to get their name recognized. Eminem, whether you like him or not, you must admit he is a rap god. And for years, he couldn't get anywhere. So please, Taylor Swift, tell me once again how great it is to be a man. How disadvantaged you are being a woman, right? Oh, let's keep going with this cancer. I'm going to need chemo at the end of this video.
I'd be the man. I'd be the man. I'd be the man.
I don't get why we have a world's greatest dad and why that's a bad thing. Why is this such a problem? Why is the world's greatest dad something that we have to look down on? I thought we're trying to make people equal. I thought, we weren't going to take a hacksaw to people's knees to try and make the men look just as bad so that way we can prop up women, right? This whole, no, we're not going to go shitting on men so women look better. This whole argument that was supposed to be not happening. But anyway.
What's it like to brag about raking in dollars and getting bitches and models? And it's all good if you're bad, and it's okay if you're mad. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a bitch, not a bother. They paint me out to be bad, so it's okay that I'm mad.
For a start, the girl's sitting there while the guy does the cocaine, I'm presuming it's cocaine off her stomach, says more about her choices than it does about the men. And the fact that women are attracted to these sort of guys compared to decent average men says more about women's choices than it does about the man. Do you know how tempting it is for me to just become a player and an asshole? Because that way I would have women lining up at my front door. What's the point in being a decent fella if you're not... If the women are going to go for these bad boys... You can't beat them, join them, maybe? I don't know. I'm really struggling to try and find out why you shouldn't do that. Because at the end of the day, you women are the ones that pick these guys. You infinitely have more power on dating websites than guys do. This is something else that we've been able to find out here, right? Me Too has ruined dating. Now, who are the people that are more responsible for Me Tooing people? Men or female? Is it the females that claim that they were Me Too'd or the men? By the way, this is Kezia Nobosha. She does some really good videos and she's gorgeous. But anyway, a dating expert claims that Me Too movement has made men across the world scared to approach women off the streets for fear they'll come across as creepy or be accused of harassment. Kezia Noble, 36 from Chelsea, Southwest London, an author who's appeared as a coach on Celebs Go Dating in 2008, said many blokes have adopted the dull, nice guy filter that actually repels women rather than attracting them. Why is it that women seemingly don't like the nice guys? Vicious circle of Tinder. Why getting matches is so much harder for men. If you're a guy and not a part of the Hemsworth family, the game of Tinder can be a frustrating one, especially if you count on your matches. Or stare at the space while they should appear. And then read about how women get 2,000 likes a day. Really? That's kind of seeming like it's a little bit more in favor of women than it is in men. Please, Taylor Swift, tell me how it's so hard to be a woman when you can get 2,000 likes a day. They can basically match with any guy in their queue if they want to. Well, until they hit 30 at least anyway, then they hit the wall. So, Taylor, tell me how hard it is to be a woman again.
I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. You know that I'm so sick of them coming at me again. Cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I
Wow, really? You gotta go there. Some 20, 30-year-old chick marrying a 58-year-old, 68-year-old guy. 78, whatever he is in this video. Who's showing off her gorgeous ring. I wonder why she might have married him. Yes, the woman that has it so hard in her life just married a guy for money. But God, it's so hard for her. Oh, she's had such a hard life. All she's had to do is look pretty. And she's been snuck up by this guy, given a lovely ring, a house. She's had choices of men. 2,000, probably got 3,000 likes on Tinder. Could have picked anybody. But she picks this one. She picks this one who gave her the big ring. I wonder why. You're kidding, right, Taylor? Oh, look at that. The man she picked for money is an abusive ass. Makes you wonder if she might have realized this before she married him, right? But hey, look on the bright side, right? She's married him. She gets half of everything now. She can go and claim me too and get half of his assets that he's spent his whole life working up. He spent his whole life to get all of his stuff, to get all of his house, to get all of his money. This little broad come along, you know, flashed her for Junji, shown him the rack. Bang! He's in love. Yeah, I'll marry this one. So she marries him. 6 months later, 3 months if you're in Australia. Bam! Half of that house now is hers. Half of that, you know, that sports car collection he might have got. Those, you know, antiques he might have collected. Bam! Half of it's hers now. But hey, you know, it's a hard life to be a woman. It's rough, really rough to be a woman. Oh, Taylor, please tell me about it, please. And Taylor, as you're wiping away your tears with those $1,000 banknotes, I'm pretty sure, is there a $1,000 banknote in America? Or those $100 banknotes? You know, as you're wiping away those tears, please tell me how hard you've had it, Taylor. You know, oh, Taylor, his assets worth around the 360 million now. Oh, wow. She's had it hard, Taylor. Had it hard all her life. Yeah. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? She was born... How old is Taylor now? Doesn't say. What is she? What, late 20s, early 30s, Taylor? Let's just look up Taylor Swift. She's 30 years old and her net worth is over $300 million. She's 30 years old and she's worth $360 million. you have a 30-year-old woman who's worth $360 million going on about how hard it is to be a woman. Well done, Taylor. Well done, Miss Swift. Good con. Well done. Congratulations, con of the century. Oh, it's so hard to be a woman. Oh, yes, Taylor. Well done. 30 years old and worth $360 million. Right. Yep. It's so hard. There's so much against you, Taylor. T-Swivel. Let's keep going for this try. By the way, we had an Australian tennis star who carried on like this, and he was slammed by the media for doing it. I think his name was Pat Rafter. I think it was Pat Rafter that used to do it. Panned by the media, slammed him. They constantly slammed in the media for doing this. You know, tennis spoilt brat and stuff like that they would write. So not even men get away with doing this shit.
And cut.
Hey, just checking. Was that last take more what you had in mind?
Pretty good. Could you try to be sexier? Maybe more likable this time?
Okay, no problem.
By the way, excellent work over there, Lauren. That was astonishing. Thanks.
Yes, Lauren over there who rolled her eyes. Astonishing. Astonishing work. And of course, you know, directed by T-Swivel herself. Written by T-Swivel herself. Owned by T-Swivel, right? Because it's so hard to be a man. Actually, it is. So hard to be a woman, I should say. Because it's so hard to be a woman. Right? Taylor Swift. She can't do anything because she's got a vagina. We're not even getting into the whole, you know, politics of like Twitch and Twitch thoughts who have these guys hand and fist over cash to watch them do yoga, for example. While other male gaming guys struggle to even get, you know, 500 subs. There's a chick, and this is no shade because I actually quite think she's actually quite a nice girl. Right? But to give you an idea, let's just do a Twitch comparison right now. So I'm going to switch over to Chrome. Right, so here's Twitch. Right? F11. Now, at the moment, we have Buster the Destroyer, who's on 15 views. Myra, who's on 16. Scorpion's on 69. No, these are established. Morphologist is on 271. Ah, damn it, she's not on. But I was going to say, but there is a streamer because can't think of a name actually. There's female streamer. Let's just go to Just Chatting. Just Chatting, right? Let's see how many of the Just Chatting are males compared to females. Bernie Sanders is actually streaming on Twitch? What? Oh, it's a rally. Okay, yeah. Alright, what's this one? Alright, let's just go to the next one. Alright, obviously we can tell this is a female. This is quality entertainment on Twitch. Daily sub goal, $50. Daily subs, 7 out of 10. Sure, she's doing Just Dancing, right? $1,423 thirsty men are watching this right now. Like, it's just women after women after women after, I think that's a woman, after women. Like, out of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 5s are 15. So yeah, there's 15 people here. I can't count. I ran out of fingers. Take out Bernie Sanders because it's a rally. We don't know what this one is. 1, 2. Don't know what that is. 3, 4, 5, 6, presumably 7. 7 out of 10 are women. But it's so hard being a woman. Let's talk about some other facts that, you know, T Swivel herself doesn't want to bring up because it's kind of, you know, breaking the narrative, right? So let's talk about domestic violence. Victims of violence and shelter services. 2010 survey, 2011 AEFC reports to Congress. 99.32% of women in domestic violence shelters were women. Well, obviously they're women, but you know, so 99.32% of victims in shelters were women. 0.68 were men. Now, you could sit there and say, maybe it's because men are more abusive and they don't go to shelters and stuff like that. So, here is the victims of psychological aggression. Here's a lovely little chart here up the top. Men, coercive control, 33%. Women expressing aggravation, 23%. Women expressing coercive control, 24%. Men expressing aggravation is 20%. So men make up 53% of victims of psychological aggression. That means women make up around 47%. Now, yes, there's a difference, right? 53, 47. But it's not an overwhelming mass majority of them, right? It's pretty much sort of towards the level playing field, which is what we know. We know that both men and women are victims of assaults, battery, psychological abuse, whatever it may be. So why is it that the overwhelming people in these shelters are women and not men? Well, it might have to do with the fact that the country's first shelter for men regarding domestic violence. Sorry, what? The country's first? Makes you wonder how many men or male shelters for domestic violence there are. I'll give you a hint. You can count them on your single hand. Last I heard there was one, which is probably this one. It was over like 2,000 or something ridiculous for women, and there was one for men in the whole of the USA. Which is funny because T Swivel herself went on about, you know, this woman that goes through and becomes abused by the male. And as we just shown, it's roughly around 47% to 53%. And there is vastly the minimal amount of, or vastly the smaller amount of shelters compared to women when it comes to domestic violence shelters. Like, please, Taylor, with your $360 million, your net worth, as you're wiping away those tears of oppression with your $100 bills, tell me once again how oppressed it is for you, how hard it is for you to be a woman, Taylor Swift, with your fortune and your wealth that no doubt you have earned. Yes, no doubt you have earned it, yes. But it's not like you had a lot of roadblocks, is it? You were born beautiful and you can sing. And subsequently, you had it pretty easy, I would say. Compared to someone like Eminem. What's Eminem's net worth? Who struggled his whole life. He's only worth... Eminem, who's older, is only worth $230 million. One of the greatest rappers in the world right now is worth less than Taylor Swift. But don't be fooled by your statistics. Don't be fooled by facts. Taylor's oppression, she wipes away those tears with the $100 bills. How hard it is to be a woman. You kidding me? Are you kidding me, Swift? Go make me a frickin' sandwich, will ya? But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If you think this video is worthwhile, smack that like button. If you're new and you got towards the end of it, congratulations, I did rant a little bit. Smack that like button as well. Just smack that like button anyway. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What is your thoughts of Taylor Swift's new song? Do you think she has a point? Do you think that maybe she's just pandering? Obviously, guys, let me know what your thoughts are and we'll have a discussion in the comment section below because discussions these days are bad, apparently. But we're going to do it anyway. And stay tuned, guys. There is another video coming up. We're going to talk about a YouTuber who decided to get political and to nuke his channel. You know that's coming up next. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.